Hear me? Hey. You can't hear me. Sorry. Welcome. I'm MC2, the worst rap in the world. You can also see through me partially. So let me see if I can fix that, because it's a little weird there sometimes. There we go. How's that? That's better. So yeah, Poe. Sorry, I wouldn't read that veiny comment. That was a little bit. Yeah, I'm like partway in. I'm like, nope. Oh, not gonna read that. Oh, what was I doing? I almost read that from Poe. I should know better. Well, that was fun. He was a good sport. He wasn't prepared for that. But he still was a good sport about it and got a little testy at the end there. And so, looks like Quiddy's brought some milk cookies and whiskey. You gonna share? So, Green Bullion wants to come on right now. He demands to be on. So don't time him out, people. Just wait. Give us a second here. On camera. That's all I need. On camera. So, little bit overall, he was okay. Yeah. So, yeah. Oh, I don't need my headphones, do I? I'm talking to myself basically in a room. It's weird sometimes. I'm just talking to myself in a room. So, all right, I got to fix that. Give me a second. There it is. Oh, look at that. Fixed. It's my green screen. It's just a little bit up on the edge there. It doesn't quite cover, so there we are. Lock that down again. Lock. So I am going to do a little bit. Dick Dawson, you can join. I'm going to do a little. All right. Yeah. So here's the deal on Green Bullion. We're going to let him talk a little bit. As long as he's not like repeating the same thing or being like really over the top. So yeah. And no caps. The deal to be on the show is you need to be on screen. If you're not going to be on screen, then don't bother asking, because that's not changing. So, so we got crashes is like topics I'd like to go over with him. My digital sundials I print, multiple sunsets filmed with a drone, and whatever evidence he brings, I have more. If he wants more, he should be prepared, as I will be. Yeah. So he had a 19-mile observation to a lighthouse that when he first positioned himself was just 13 miles away. He's like, you're splitting hairs. Like, I'm not splitting hairs. You're the one claiming the earth is flat and you don't have details. So that's fine. All right, I need to find. So send me, let's see, I can find you Dick Dawson. There it is. And now if you guys don't have a copy buffer keeper thing, it's amazing. It's changed my life. I use a paste bot, and so my entire copy history is in like my last 50. Captain Crunch, can I be on? I'm naked, but I won't stand up, I promise. I don't know about that. Battlebrot said, can Green Bullion use an avatar or be on screen? Green Bullion needs to be on screen. The reason why is because he's just kind of a troll, and he's been on here before, and wasn't very like he doesn't have a point. Like, he brings up news articles that are just there's a 33 in it, therefore the Earth is flat. So anyway, so you need to give a little more. So Brad Wagner, I bet he was 15 feet above sea level. Yeah, he probably was more than 6 feet above sea level, because I doubt very much his tripod or his feet were in the water. And he got the distance wrong because he just measured based on the mile markers of the road, which isn't straight line distance. And then he tried to get a little like suspicious of me using Google Maps measurement tool, when that's, pretty accurate, and his is not. So if that's the kind of thing that tells you that the Earth is flat, then sorry, nobody should believe it. That's not very good science, right? Scientists don't just wing things. They do measurements. They do margin of error analysis. Things like that are important. So he didn't find that important, so I don't find his stuff compelling. So what I do have, though, let's see. I've got a couple videos that I pulled up while we're waiting for Dick Dawson to come online. I will need to have this in. So, oh yeah, and let's see. Okay. I'm going to pull up this guy I found today. The dark part of the moon confirms that Earth is flat, part 5. So that's going to be good. Let's see here. I will find. Got to get the right window up for that. And oh my goodness. He has just 26 subscribers and a lot of crazy, it looks like. So this should be good. His name is Eric. It's just Eric. So there's his channel in the chat. And let me see if there it is. There's the inset. So let's turn up the volume a little and see what Eric has to say. I have not watched this. This is going out of the blue. So here we go. The dark part of the moon is the shadow odd the Earth eth its 6 continents. Wow. Already we're off to a good start. The dark part of the moon is the shadow odd the Earth eth its 6 continents. Maybe he's from Not America. Let's assume he's from Not America. Wow, I hope so. Oh, we've got Dick Dawson. Are you going to be on camera?
I made it. I'm on camera too.
Oh, hold on a second. This is new insanity. I've never seen Dick Dawson on camera.
I have a couple of times now, but not very often. Only just a few times, you know.
There you go. Well, you're on screen. You look nothing like your cartoon.
Yeah, I'm a bit more the rock and roller I grew up to be when I'm in real life.
Is this hair the result of 3 months of quarantine?
No, it's down to, I'm 6'1". It's down to my belt, and it's been that way since I was 14 years old, 15 years old.
That's awesome. And
it's I just can't seem to get out of the 70s, you know.
You know, I should get a picture of myself with a mullet, because I rocked the mullet, and it was awesome. So now
I did
the little
in '86 or whatever. I had bangs, but it was an unfortunate moment, but it happened. So you know what I'm saying.
Were they like like all ratted out and or snarled?
It wasn't good. It was like Dave Mustaine from 1987 in Megadeth, right? It was just it wasn't a good sight.
Talking my language.
I figured.
I love Dave Mustaine. I love Megadeth. So one of my favorite bands for sure. So
can I ask about the debate here quick?
Sure.
I got the feeling that you went into it knowing that you were going to give him a little leeway and a little bit of room to play in the beginning, and then slowly pull it tighter and tighter as you learn the focus and what he was into a bit more, set the trap and spring it. And it worked pretty well, didn't it?
I wish I could say I was that deliberate. I'm not that deliberate. So I told him at the beginning I was not prepared. And I didn't explain well enough. What that means is most of the time when I do a debate, I think about ahead of time what I'm going to do. And I typically have 2 points that I'm going to cover. And a good amount of the time I actually prepare something. So like this thing here that you saw for just a second, That I did use in a debate a few weeks ago, on FTFE's channel with.
That's right. I saw that.
Yeah,
yes.
with my globe, I put those pieces of. Oh, you can kind of see through it there. Those pieces of yarn across the globe, and then used it to measure distances on the globe and compare to flight distances, and they match. And of course, that was debunked with the power of nuh-uh, which is a religion. It is. I think it qualifies people. You can become a priest in nuh-uh.
I think so.
You could build a parsonage then and get tax write-offs if you were a nuh-uh priest. So.
But how would that work during a marriage ceremony? Nuh-uh. But we want to get married. Right? Not wrong church for that.
I suppose you'd have to construct the question such that the right answer was nuh-uh. So be like, are you gonna divorce her? Nuh-uh. There you go. How's that?
Oh, that's perfect. I should have known you'd figure it out. Absolutely.
Yeah. So, all right. So somebody's putting some tabs into the chat. Yep. Got me my tab right here. I should do like an entire panorama of tabs behind me. That'd be awesome.
We can hardly find that up in Canada now. It's pretty much scarcity. It's kind of like Bigfoot. You look for it, but you don't ever really find it. You know.
Yeah, I cannot recommend it highly enough. Nuh-uh.
I agree.
Nuh-uh. You know what? Every time I look at tab, I think of Bobcat Goldthwait. If you remember him, he was a comedian.
He was amazing.
Probably still is. And he would, during his stand-up routines, he would drink like an entire 24-pack of tab. So, funny thing, I was at Menards. It's our local hardware store here, right? And they have these bins of $1 DVDs. And I saw like 10 copies of Shakes the Clown, which is like the one movie that Bobcat Goldthwait was in, I think. Now he's in more than that.
Well, he was in Police Academy, right?
Yeah, but he was the star in that. He played a clown.
Oh, wow!
And it's I've watched it once, and I cannot recommend it highly enough. Nuh-uh.
I have to check that out for sure.
Shakes the Clown. The one funny part, I love this part. They're in the clown bar, right? All the clowns are in the clown bar. They've got their makeup on, but like their hat off, and you know, they're all a bunch of alcoholics, of course, because that's what all clowns are, I guess. Somebody's like, hey, there goes a bunch of mimes. And it's like this whole troop of mimes are going by in a car. So they all run outside, get on their, I don't know, clown cars and clown motorcycles and chase the mimes down. And they get to a park and they kick the mimes' asses. So that part is good. The rest of it, I don't know.
That sounds worth it, just seeing that part. Absolutely, I'm in.
So there you go. So go to Menards, buy that DVD, Shakes the Clown.
Sounds like a scene that could have been in The Jerk.
Yeah, that would be good. Yeah, I love The Jerk.
Right?
So let's see. People are saying he was in Scrooged. He was in Police Academy. Yep. I don't know what else he was in. It probably doesn't matter. I mean, we could pull up IMDb, but I don't care. So he drank tab. The end.
Nice.
He's funny. So yeah.
And then in the debate, when he went, let's talk about flight paths. That was it. I had to go to the beer store and get a 6-pack. That was insanity. Do you know who you're talking to, my friend?
No.
That was amazing.
Why? I write software. I write email software. Why do I know so much about flight paths? Freaking flat earthers. That's why.
I love it.
I'll be off. It's right here. Hold on. I'll get it.
Cool.
It's coming. You're gonna have to entertain them while I'm getting it.
All right. So let me tell you a story about what was his name? A man named Mike, who stood up and talked about flat Earth, and damn, it ain't right. So MC Toon stood up and said, "We gotta teach you something, son, because all this preaching about flat Earth, it just ain't fun." I don't know if I can keep that up. Yeah, Mike is CGI.
All right. Well, here is. Look at this. This is a stack of flight charts that I printed out. So, I don't know. Maybe Iceland. I don't know. So, yeah, I printed out every flight chart there is so that I could make the ones for Flat Out Hero.
Yeah.
And so I've got the two on the wall up there behind the green screen. So, yeah, this is the third one that didn't really find a spot on the wall. But there it is.
Nice.
Goes off the chart there because, I can only have one turn per. So there you go. This is the turn in the middle of Thailand, I think. So, yeah, there it is.
Awesome.
When I did that, I didn't like force it to happen. I taped together the charts. I put a dot at each city, or not each, it's just coordinates where let's see. Oh, we got Crashes wants to come in, so hold on.
I was just gonna send it over.
Yeah, all right. So I put a dot on each spot. And I did put a couple of spots like on the edge of the chart because depending on if I'm going vertical off the chart or horizontal off the chart, they line up. The verticals line up a little differently because of the curve. The horizontals line up just fine.
Okay.
And and so I did a couple like just sanity checks to make sure it was like I was connecting the edge to edge correctly. But I put the dots down and I drew a line with the straight edge. That's what I did. And I did it the next one. I did it the next one, and then I measured the angles, and they're 90 degrees. That's it.
Yeah. You make a couple of you make one less right angled turn and somehow you're home. Right? That whole thing where I love that. You can map it out so easy on a ball and it makes complete sense and it is reality, right? I think it was I think it was Team Skeptic about a year and a half ago who did a nice demonstration of that with the triangle on the globe. No, it was Godless Engineer who done it.
Oh.
Yeah, and it was a really good demonstration. It was let's say not as clearly spoken as it could have been, but the imagery made up for it, right? Godless, he was humming and hawing a bit, right?
God, that's an ugly long-haired hippie on the screen.
Says the man with no picture at all.
I don't know if we really... Well, I've seen him. Oh, no, there he is. He's...
Oh, there he is.
I've got this weird green... Yeah, I'm at work, so I'm outside, and I got the weird green screen going on.
What's that? This is like maximum headroom.
Yeah. It's the
back to the 80s.
The background is a fuel map for a 12,000 plus RPM V8.
Oh, cool. Roller bearing?
I definitely will. Sort of. It's kind of a Formula One-esque thing that I've been working on.
Nice.
Yeah, it's not dude wants to drive it on the street, but I really don't think it'll happen, but it's not going to be friendly.
Wow. Maintenance schedule ain't going to be pretty.
He's got more money than God, so I don't think he cares.
Oh, okay, good.
So we've got a question.
I definitely...
No, finish up, and then I got a question from somebody.
I definitely want a chance to talk to the guy that you had on here earlier tonight.
I think if he was prepared for that, it would be more interesting, huh?
Yeah, I sent a list of what I would like to go over. So if he would like to go over any of that or any of his counterclaims,
Yeah.
I'll be much better prepared than I was for the bacon debate, because that was just kind of fun.
That was awesome.
Speaking of the bacon debate, there is a number 3 coming. I've got
the pineapple pizza. Pineapple pizza one was good too.
That was
Yes.
very tasty. I mean, a good debate.
In honor of the bacon debate, in the new EIE Network Discord server, we have Canadian bacon as a category, and I've got Punchy and Factard in there, or Heat Shield. Heat Shield in there so far.
Nice.
I want somebody to start screaming, "No, it's ham!"
That's exactly what it is, but
Yeah.
I'll have to jump over there and play around in there.
Nice. All right, so Ed
for sure.
Freeze is asking, "Hey MC, I don't have money for a P900 and stuff. Could you recommend something we can do with our phones to show Earth as a globe?" And all right, so that's a great question. So let me
The amount of digital zoom they have. Other than that, they're not the greatest.
Yeah, I mean,
camera.
for the money, it's a good camera, but it's a small sensor for that amount of glass in front of it. That's all I'm saying, right? Anyway, sorry, Toon, go ahead.
We had a hiccup there in the live stream for a second, but we're back. Just anyway, the P900 camera, it's a tiny sensor, it's a lot of zoom. The lens, because it's a lot of zoom, it suffers from chromatic aberration. And because it's not an expensive camera, it doesn't have a lot of correcting for chromatic aberration. Chromatic aberration is where when you refract light, different frequencies or different colors of light have different amounts of my background is gone, isn't it? Have different amounts of refraction.
Well, it's the speed involved, right? Yeah, it's due to the speed.
No, it's not the speed. It's the refraction.
So literally
it
the
is,
frequency
okay.
to the way the light hits the lens.
Absolutely.
Or the sensor.
So all right, you remember that album, Dark Side of the Moon? It's got a prism on it, right? And you got white light coming in one side, and then it goes through the prism, it comes out, and you got a rainbow on the other side. That's because a prism is designed to have these sharp angles, to have different frequencies of light curve more than other frequencies of light.
But isn't it partially due to the fact that the medium slows down certain frequencies more than others, that they get a different angle, and as such, we get the spectrum?
Yeah, but with the aberration he's talking about, it's literally the way the light comes through the lens to the sensor, because the sensor is so small that light so that it acts like a giant prism, and the P900 1000 series really doesn't correct for that very much. Like I can upload software from my drone's camera, which uses the exact same sensor, but it only has an 1 1/8" lens on it. And I get much crisper pictures out of it, but it has much better software to take care of all those light issues.
Okay. So similar to Keck with the laser, atmospheric interference, and so on and so forth, and you get your correction.
Yeah, pretty close to that. Same basic thing.
Okay, makes sense then.
Did we lose Toon?
No, I'm trying to fix my background there. It was just black for everybody, right?
Yeah, it was.
I don't know. I'm seeing in Zoom, I'm seeing the moon, and in live, I'm seeing your actual background.
Yeah,
so
there we go. All right, all fixed. So yeah, I'm sorry, I was a little unfocused for a second on that. So anyway, chromatic aberration. Yeah, that expensive lenses do things because you get, like, Roy G. Biv, right? You get different amounts of refraction from one, so it'll go through one lens and they'll get separated a little bit, and then it'll go through another lens and they'll get put back together. But it's difficult to do. Very difficult to do. So having a lens
difficult to do, and it's precision machining.
Oh yeah. So in a kind of a cheap lens at high zoom, you get this fringing, right? So you take a picture of something that's got a sharp edge between colors, right? So from green to blue or from white to blue. and then you'll get this purple fringe on the edge of it, because the purple light, the violet light, is refracting slightly more. So anyway, that's why there are good reasons to get the camera, and there's bad reasons to get the camera. So you cannot swap the lens out, and man, that'd be tough to not have a good camera without a swappable lens.
Exactly. That's why I have a very nice I don't even know what series it is. I feel like it's 10 years old, but it still takes great pictures. But I got a shit ton of lenses for it when I bought it.
Yep. So, all right. So the question though was, what could you do to prove the Earth is a globe? And I think the better question is, what could you get to determine the true shape of the Earth? Which we know is a globe, but to be honest, you seek out the truth instead of confirming your bias. So
I'm going to have to drop and head back inside. I got about another 20 minutes worth of work. So if you guys are still on, I'll jump back in. I just wanted to jump in.
Okay.
For a minute.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
I need 1 second myself. Give me like 30 seconds. I'll be right back. Damn timing, eh?
All right.
Yep. I'll try and catch back up with you, Tim.
All right, cool. Well, it's all me now. So let's see. Sean Hawkins sent me this thing here. You can see, what is it? You can see the curvature of the Earth. Is this from your home or something? Looks like a contrail. Dick is pulling a Riley. The prototype P1200 makes all swans black. That's great. Yeah, I'm working on a video that's a list of black swans for the flat Earth. So, because the flat Earth is black swans all the way down. If anybody's interested in doing some artwork for that, that'd be great. Just black swans all the way down. Oh, the contrail is lit up, but the lower clouds aren't. Yeah, all right. Let me. I'll pop that in quick for people. Oops.
Okay.
We got Dick Dawson back. I did it wrong. We get let's see, what do we want?
So
the inset.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was Sean's voice there. So hold on a second. I gotta fix Dick Dawson's view here. So Dick, you will not see what Sean sent in.
Okay. Your latency's hardly anything, so I'm live on YouTube's fine. No worries.
Yeah, I usually like to put it all the way down to the super low latency.
So do we.
Because
it's important for the chat. We only use a delay if you're scared of your guests, and we never are, so we don't care, right?
Yeah.
No.
So all right, this is Sean Hawkins here. I'll play some audio.
Here is we have
Don't you
clouds,
run a clean show? Have
right?
you bleeped it already?
Dark gray clouds at sunset. But hey, you got a plane that's flying higher than the clouds that's illuminated. How does that happen? Happens just about, and I guarantee as time goes on, that light will creep up that vapor trail and it'll go dark too. So enjoy.
All right. Well, thanks, Sean. So yeah, somebody asked, can I improve the quality? Are you saying my stuff is low quality? Oh. All right, so let's see. I'm sending out at 2,500 kilobits, which is kind of right in the middle for what YouTube wants for 70 or 720p, which is what I do. But tell you what, I have enough bandwidth. I'll send out a 3000. But yeah, sometimes you can Brad Wegner. If you can pick the little gear on the bottom right, or if you're on mobile, it's somewhere else. But you can choose the quality, and so it might have chosen like 140p for you. So switch it up to 720. Or I could use the zoom and enhance button that every government agency has in movies. Thank you, Quiddies. Oh, after the hiccup, it got blurry. Yeah, so, yeah, Brad, that might just be your YouTube settings.
It's probably his own browser's resolution setting due to a bandwidth drop, right? Definitely.
Could be, yeah. So give that a shot. Oh, he said, yeah, it was him. So there you go. 144p or nothing for his PoE.
That's rough. Yep. That's rough.
Or it could be the whiskey. There's a lot of things at play here. There's too many conflating variables. So, all right, you know what? I have this here. I had run out. I printed them out and a while ago, and I ran out like just after the quarantine started. So I happened to need to go to work today. So let's see. So I printed out another 33 copies. Claims without evidence. Yes. He did not say CGI NASA. He did not say fake or pressure without a container he did say angular resolution.
Yes.
He did not mention the moon landing. He did not say laser test. And he did not use YouTube as evidence, actually. So I don't know if that's the first one.
Oh, no, hold on. Wait a minute now. Did he not say, right in the beginning, you can't prove the moon landings? Wasn't that one of his off-the-cuff remarks now?
It was. All right. Going with it. I don't think it's going to make a change in my whether or not I get bingo. Demand proof. He did demand proof. We did not talk about gravity, really. He didn't say, I can't feel it move. But he did say, claims without evidence, expects to see 1 degree of curve. I asked him that specifically. Oh, he kind of trapped himself. We'll get to that in a minute. Dismissing evidence outright. Poorly done flat Earth experiments. He didn't think that the difference between 19 miles and 13 miles or 14 miles was enough, right?
Yeah, that splitting hairs part was unbelievable. I was thinking to myself, because in science, we always just round the numbers. Close enough. Who cares?
I wasn't prepared for that. Clive Wells, you are...
I have a little music clip that I saved for a stinger transition, and I'm going to put I'm not prepared for that on this little stinger audio and make a little thing that you could pop up. Boom, I'm not prepared for that. It'll be awesome.
Cynthia Vicious says, I'd love to see you get Kent Hovind's goat. MC Toon, he'd never see you coming. Let's see. What's Green Bullion saying? Your guest speaker won't address me. It got timed out because he can't handle the heat. 33 UC on Twitter. I'll be posting MC Toon lowlights shortly. So the one person who 33 UC's mom will be the only one to watch it, but that's okay. All right, so yeah, I do not have bingo. I did not get bingo. I would have needed a couple. New Name for Gravity would have done it. Yeah, that's my closest, but that's good. Let me put the date 2020.
When he said your guest, did he mean me? I wouldn't address him. I think
that's you.
Yeah, I haven't been watching the YouTube chat a lot because I actually tend to pay attention to the person I'm speaking with. But I'll look over if you've got something to say there, Green Bullion. I don't know if you're familiar with our channel, the EIE Network, and our show, The Shills, but if you think I don't have something to say, you have no idea who you're talking to, buddy. You just don't get it.
I've been waiting for somebody. I have... I'll give you a little sneak peek here. You know when they bring up the what's it called, the ice crystals in the air, and you see the sundogs, right? And they're they're like, yeah, sundogs because it's reflecting off the dome. Well, there's several pictures of sundogs where the actual like sundog is in front of something else, like a mountain or a tree or something. So like, how can that be a reflection off the back of the dome? Like, that's a really small dome. So I'm like, is this what you think the dome is like? Like there's bunches and bunches of domes all over the place.
God drops a dome where he needs it to be just to make a sundog.
It's a personal dome. Yeah, Tommy, I see that. I'll send you one.
Yeah, like that one Russian girl with the personal skies, and because of time zones, we all have our own sky or something. That chick is right out there.
Oh, yeah.
You know who I mean, right? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that.
She's right crazy.
Did you see Creaky Blinders video from that?
I haven't yet.
Go watch that. It's a lady, and she's pretty bat crazy. I love when they're like, and they talk about using the AE map, because it's so trivially easy. You know, the angle of sunrise never works in the southern hemisphere.
Right.
Never. So
and just plot a trip from one Australian city to another on the AE map, and then go and drive it and tell me if it works out well for you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, she's the one that said she had a new argument for flat Earth and it wasn't new.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, Ash Scott. Everything in the sky is exactly where it should be on a spherical Earth. Therefore, we each have individual sky that makes it look that way. Robotham's razor. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Oh, that's too funny.
We got Tommy coming in, but he's got to install Zoom, so he's working on that.
Tommy always has an excuse. I don't know how to use Meets. I need to install Zoom. Come on, Tommy. Get with it, buddy. Yeah, he knows I'm razzing.
I got to wait for Tommy to come in here, because it was Tommy's picture that just nailed him.
Yeah.
I mean, and Rory, if you guys don't know Rory, he's kind of stopped doing YouTube. I think his channel got struck because he didn't care about copyright, so he'd put whatever up. I know him back from when I spent a year before I did anything on YouTube. I spent a year on the Flat Earth Society.org, actually TFES.org website, just in their forums talking about stuff. So, all right. Oh, we got Tommy in here. Hold on a second.
Tommy's here.
How you doing,
He's
Tommy?
muted in Zoom, though.
Oh,
he's muted in Zoom. Yeah. But he's not trying to talk yet, so he's got bigger issues than that, I think.
It's always, I feel bad. I mean, Tommy's a good sport. It's the middle of the night. It's freaking nothing in the morning for Tommy right now. So I don't know. Maybe this is get up time. It's so late for him there. It's 5 a.m. I've heard stories of people getting up at that ungodly hour.
On purpose?
That's a go to bed time, not a get up time. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
That's when you ask her to leave and do the walk of shame, and you go to bed, right?
I don't know. Jeez, Ed Freeze. Back to Ed Freeze. Please tell me what to do with my phone to determine the shape of the Earth. All right. The Theodolite app is a great app. It costs a couple dollars, but if you're on a plane, you can use it to measure the dip of the horizon. You can even do it if you can get to a high enough mountain. Because from a high mountain, you can get 0.2, 0.3 degrees. I haven't done the math, but yeah, you're not going to do it from Mount Everest. But if you can see the water, then you can see enough to to get the shape of the Earth drop. Oh, I hear you, Tommy.
I'm there.
There we go.
All right.
I heard you ranting, Dawson. Boo. Yeah.
How you doing, Tommy? Good
I'm
to see
great.
you, man.
It's 5:44 in the morning, so.
Ouch.
So it's you have not gone to bed yet. Is that correct?
I slept all day yesterday. My day is a bit off the normal.
Off normal, yeah. So all right, so here's another one for Ed Freeze. What can you do to measure the shape of the Earth? And Tommy, this is right up your alley.
Well,
Left
you
to-
used Rory's first. I
Yep.
just copied him. So
Yep, and so here it is. This is so Rory used an iPhone 4 to do this right here. Right? So this Ed you can do if you can get near water and if you can bring us a nice straight edge, you can do what Rory did with his iPhone 4 right here. And I'm partway through counting the pixels on this particular photo. It's a bit tedious to count the freaking pixels. But Tommy's was awesome, and I counted the pixels on his. And if seriously, people, go download the Photoshop file and look what I did on Tommy's. All right, so this is Rory's, and then this is Tommy's here, right? And we can see the full size, like 45 megabyte photo. I actually had to render it down to a smaller JPEG in order for WordPress to take it. So, all right, Dick Dawson, you're typing. We can hear it.
Oh, sorry, I forgot.
Normally, it's my typing. Normally,
I'm usually so good with mute. It's never me. Damn it. Sorry.
it's all right. It's all right. So all right, yeah. This is Ed Freeze. This is more camera than your iPhone or your Android, whatever you have. But you don't have to have this. You can do like Rory did and just get a nice, good picture. You want it center frame as much as you can because that's where the least distortion is. And then just like this, you can zoom in. So it's tedious. This is a tedious thing. You can't be sloppy like a flat earther. 19 miles, 14 miles, same thing. So there you go. I'd love to see another one of these. There are only 3 of these that I know of. The third one was on Metabunk, and I'm working on that one too after I'm finished with Rory's. The problem with Rory's is it's just not quite that high a resolution, so we don't have a whole lot of data points. So yeah, I don't think I have it on here. I have counted them, but I didn't count them well enough to share. So that's the second thing. Anything else in the chat? What do you think you could do to explore the shape of the Earth using a phone, if that's all you... I mean, it doesn't have to be a phone. I mean, you can be without a phone. But of course, it's nice to be able to take pictures of it.
I didn't use a phone. I had my Canon EOS 70 Mark II.
There you
10
go.
to 20 millimeter. So
Now back to what
That's
we
no
were
phone.
talking about before. That is a piece of kit, baby. Nice.
So yeah, all right. So Tommy,
yeah,
this was awesome. He started going down. It looks flat. You can stand on a boat and you can look and you can see, or not on a boat. You can see something go over the curve 3 miles away. But how come you can't see the curve wide? Right? Were you there for that part?
yeah. I heard
And I'm
everything.
like-
I was just yeah.
I'm glad, Tommy. Glad for Tommy and Rory. And then he totally backpedaled. He's like, oh, no. And I tell you what, he actually got the description of it correct. The reason why, like, if you stand on a ball, on a sphere, and you look around in all directions, it's the same declination in all directions. But
Just gonna find it.
when you look directly ahead, even though it's the same, it does curve down if you're on a ball, and probably would on a flat surface. But the flat surface of flat Earth is way, way bigger than you don't see the edge of it, so it wouldn't work there. So, Green Bowling is still yapping. I don't do camera. He knows me and Russian don't go on camera. Russian vids can come on without being on camera. But Green Bowling, you need to. And why is that, everybody? Because Russian vids is somebody and 33UC is nobody. Sorry. So, I mean, we get Dick Dawson, the cartoon, on. When did you first go on camera?
Let's see. I think the first time I ever went on camera was like just this past New Year's, like right around Christmas on Steve McRae's channel.
Okay.
And then just recently I was live on camera on the Nevermore Tavern, which is Jay and the Conspiracies channel. And I think there was one other one, but I can't quite remember. It's just every now and then when, the Shill's sets and whatnot, they're designed so you don't need avatars, so that all are free to come on.
Yeah.
Right? Or set to not use cameras, right? So all are free to come on. So a lot of us on the team get the impression that we don't do live on camera. Oh, yeah. I did live on camera with the Daily Atheist as well, and with the Free Thought Prophet podcast, which will be out really soon. So, and coming up, we have a talk show coming up to our channel. It's going to be late night with Dick Dawson, like old school David Letterman style, back when it was good. And we'll all be on camera and stuff, you know.
Okay. Now, Tommy, you're presenting something. Yeah. Is that on purpose?
Yeah, I just want to show I had hair on time, me too.
Oh.
I was 14 or 15. I had hair.
Nice. See that, everybody? Tommy Grøonvold was cool. You seen it here first.
It's a bit of a mullet. I definitely approve.
This was 1985 or then 86.
Nice. Yeah. So Green Bullion. Oh, he's so sour. Exactly. MC Toon begged me just recently to get Russian vids on channel. Well, if anybody would like to see the chat, I'd replay the not replay. I'll show you the chat. I was asking to get our Russian vids on for sure. Always glad to have him on because he's somebody.
I guess he is.
In Green Bowling, you're not.
Well, the reason I asked to come on MC Toon was he mentioned all those flights.
Yes.
And, I have actually been on Google Earth Pro and plotted everything, absolutely everyone. So if I can share screen again.
Yeah.
There. Just to find the right button to push. Where did that zoom go? Oh, just a small window. There. Huh. They always have these screen to.
Eureka!
Yeah,
right. That's a mess. Hold on a second. I gotta fix stuff so that it shows up right for people. So
that left-hand column's looking pretty high IQ to me.
More than 33 at least, yeah.
It's all over the place on the screen there, so hold on. Oh, it's not.
So you can't just switch to full screen and that's it.
There it is. Oh, no. I got it. I had it like hidden.
Toon's an OBS master. He's got this.
Yeah. There it is. There, now people see it.
Yeah. What flight was he talking about first?
It was Dallas Fort Worth to, I think, Abu Dhabi.
Chicago Doha. Maybe Dallas Beijing.
I think he was just making up stuff, Dallas to no, it's somewhere the Saudi Arabian
San Francisco
peninsula.
Doha, anyhow, I got every one of these they always use, and every single one of them crosses around the North Pole.
Yeah.
Because that's what he said when you showed him your picture of that overhead view, that this is the flat Earth or something. So that's why you use this all the time, because North Pole is right here.
Yeah, I mean that's where you live, of course. But yeah, flights that go over, kind of near the North Pole will match very well with a flat Earth map. But as soon as you get farther out, not anymore. There you go. There's a bunch of flights that don't work for flat Earth.
But of course, every one of these is fake.
Somehow,
every single one of them. Yeah. But this is the one, world's longest flight.
From Sydney?
There. 10,066 miles.
From Sydney to where? Is that Santiago?
Just gonna...
to the East Coast?
New York.
Sydney to New York is a... Oh my gosh, that is a forever flight.
If you plot that on the flat Earth, you have a serious problem.
Oh, I'd want to be in a coma for that flight.
24,000 miles or something.
Yeah.
So every single one of these flights are fake.
Jay Aceto. Flat Earther, sorry to break it to you. These people don't have you on their shows because they think you're a good arguments. They have you on so we can all laugh at you.
Yeah. It's like being in a zoo full of, slightly not right animals, and you just look at them and go, "Oh, that's just too bad,"
And Green Bullion, to his credit, he understands that. And it's a great entertainment.
Can we take just that one? We just keep that one.
Yep. Green else. Bullion just called me your sidekick, and I thought that was great, because isn't this my first appearance?
It's certainly the first time you've been on camera. I think you've been on here before, at least once.
Maybe not on camera, but I do believe I was a voice on the show before. Yeah, you may be right.
Yeah.
You always the voice.
Yeah, always.
So you know what? This is a good chance to talk about this that we were talking about the other day, Dick, about doing a flat Earth debunking marathon.
Yes.
And I've been working on some other stuff. I haven't had a chance to get any more done on that, but we're working on that. And so other creators, Tommy, Dick, anybody else who has stuff, it's going to be, I'm going to just run it. I'm going to get it in, get a queue of them going, and it'll just run straight through. And what we're going to do is we're going to have in the live chat, this is what Dick and I were talking about, a way to have it automatically put the URL to the content creator's own YouTube channel, so people in the chat can pop over and subscribe. That's kind of the point, to get lots more, a whole bunch of flurf tears.
Yeah, spread it around, right? Exactly.
So, and then what I do want to do...
I forgot, June. I forgot. PM me after. I have a new idea on that. Don't let me forget, because you got to poke me with a stick. I'm a butterfly chaser, right?
Yes. Crashes. I will make a new video just for it. So yeah, so it's about debunking, right? So like, it's not going to be debates. It's not going to be... Probably 20 minutes is the longest, right? The 10 to 20 minute is kind of the sweet spot that YouTube likes to promote. I mean, the whole thing will be a big, long marathon, so the whole thing will be longer than that. But that's kind of a sweet spot for video length. Longer and shorter are fine, but that's going to be the kind of the target. And I'd like, what I want to do is have everybody also have an opportunity to introduce somebody else. And of course, you can't have everybody just introducing the big names. It's, so I don't know how I'd do that. But yeah, a little.
It's going to be a relay.
It could be.
Pass it over to the next one.
Could just do it alphabetical order.
Well, I would prefer to introduce somebody that's newer and smaller because that's always been a shill's tradition. It's one thing that we always do is find new people and try to bring them out, right? So that would be my preference, absolutely.
Yeah, it's a great concept. Thank you.
Right?
Yeah. I love that too. And I've done a few and I'm like, oh, I should do more. Like who was it that I've done a couple videos. I did one with AB Science I mentioned when he was just getting started. And
no, June, that might be how AB Science and I ended up meeting and then, starting the shows together with the rest of the gang.
Oh, could be.
That might be.
I tell you, it was his video where he took and he did a bunch of analysis on some balloon footage. It was a camera that was fisheye, but his analysis of it was controlled for that. It was fantastic stuff. So
everyone starts at a zero, so every time you have some small channel, it's awesome. I just passed 1,000 myself, so I'm not that small anymore.
There you go.
We just found and had a new guest on the show recently, a guy named Cheese Mondo, and he's funny and good. A very good new creator. Cheese Mondo. Totally good. Worth looking into. Great dude.
Check out LK.
Oh yeah, LK's good. Crashes says he will introduce that goofy tree peeing hippie Dick Dawson.
Jesus. Come on, Crash. I made one joke.
We might need a little background of that there, tree peeing Dick Dawson.
I made some every now and then when we're in a live stream. It was yours tonight, Tune. I make random jokes like I said one time I actually popped my load and standing up and I ended up making a parabola. Yay, science or whatever, right? And the one he's talking about was I once peed on a tree and ended up meeting a really good friend. She was quite the mutt, though.
Nice. Glober Mommy put the Cheese Mondo link in there. So 94 subscribers only. What is going on? 95 now.
I think that's something I learned through these 2 years I've been here, that everything you say will be held against you.
Yeah. Yeah, we found Cheese Mondo and he was at like 28 subs. We tweeted him out, tried to help him, and he got to like 30. Brought him on the show, got him up to 80, He's great. He's really good.
It was Amy Hogan that put the link in, not Glober Mommy. So,
well, Amy Hogan's the one that actually keeps our whole crew together. If it wasn't for her, we'd just be a bunch of morons.
Oh yeah, no kidding.
But she makes it a show.
It is. We can tell. Like when we listen, we're like, she's the only one that's got it together. So,
yeah, right. Yeah. We stopped trying to hide it.
Ooh, Green Bullion. I won't read that one out loud, but
yeah. Well, Green Bullion, all I could say is you would never ever want to stand in the same room as Amy Hogan and try playing your shtick, buddy. That's all I'm gonna say.
That wouldn't work. So Amy Hogan, I first found her channel and she had a bunch of videos where she was accepting calls from scammers and recording them. And I'm like, that is right here for me. I do that all the time.
Yeah.
So I write anti-spam software. So one of the things that I do is I go to the websites you should never go to and I put in my information. One time, 15 years ago probably, I put in my real phone number. One time. I get calls every day. Multiple times. I mean, everybody, right? You guys get scammer calls, right?
Yeah.
I get every stinking day 5 to 10. So.
Whoa.
But I've heard them all.
Microsoft. So.
Oh yeah. So I have the fake Microsoft tech support. I have a virtual machine on my Mac at work that's running Windows X. It's running Windows XP. And when they call, I fire that up. I take a snapshot so that I can undo, and then I give them full reign to that VM. And one of the things I love to do is I love to get the video. I try to prep it by getting the video of the poodle exercise up. So
that's gross. Even I know how that was.
So all right, poodle exercise with humans. It's from Japan.
Why do I feel like we're going back to Usenet days here?
So, yep, that is. All right, I'm not gonna put the.
Was this originally acquired in a 12-part RAR file?
I don't know. All right, I'm gonna let everybody see this. The audio's off, so you guys can say what you want. They won't. Oh my gosh. There it is. So I have this up. I have this going. When the scammers are there, like, all right, now we're going to work on your computer, so don't touch the computer. So I touch the computer, and I play this. And they're like, what are you doing? Don't touch the computer. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I was doing my workout.
That's just bad on so many levels.
Oh, so there you go. It's my favorite. I love this one so much. It's so good. like what is she doing? Why is she dressed like a poodle? And
I don't get it at all.
These look like poodle faces, right? That's a real poodle face.
But what's with the logo up at the back of the top? Okay, it's not. Yeah. What is that? What is that?
The logo on her.
Yeah, it looks like Giorgio Tsoukalos from Ancient Aliens with the hair standing straight up. Here, watch when the logo comes up. I'm watching on YouTube, so I got like a 1 second delay here. Okay. But hold on, it's just above her head right now. If they keep zooming out, you're gonna see it. And I swear to this was put together by Giorgio Tsoukalos. Wait, you'll see him. Come on, keep coming. Oh, it's right there. You see the? Come on. Nah.
You just want to see more.
You just have something on the headband also.
You're getting into this too much here, Dick Dawson.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh my gosh, 3.9 million views. Wow, I'm not the only one.
Scary. That's scary.
Maybe Psy wrote this.
This is awesome.
Maybe this is a rejected video for Gangnam Style.
Or that other one where they stand still first and have a full party afterwards. What do you call it?
If they don't show this darn logo again, you have to go back because I'm not wrong.
But how did they film this? Like, that's a real poodle head. Like, is it? It doesn't look like it's like computer done afterwards. It looks like it's a real poodle head with a person somehow.
Yeah, it's weird, man. Look at that.
And she's got the little poodle fluff things in her sleeves.
Yeah. And she's totally staying in character. Like, she's dead set serious.
Oh, yeah. And she's tired now. That was a tough workout. All right. I'll find this. I got to find this logo.
Yeah. Don't leave me hanging here.
That one? That logo there?
Hold on. Yeah. Now look at that. That's Giorgio Tsoukalos from Ancient Aliens. See his hair and the eyes?
Okay. I don't know.
You know the guy from the memes? You know, but aliens, and he's got the hair standing straight up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's Giorgio.
Okay.
So I think these people are actually training to take over the world right now. They're from another planet. They're not really dogs. They're aliens.
So anyway, I have that up, and yeah, somebody was saying I have a whole fake persona. Ernest Borgnine is the name I use. And they don't know that he's 106 years old and formerly starred on Airwolf and McHale's Navy.
Been dead for a while.
So I love that show. That was
Me too. Absolutely.
First season was okay.
Oh, that's it. Tough crowd here. Tough crowd. Somebody use. Elizabeth Windsor is what Amy uses.
Yeah, that's a really good one. Yeah.
Is that a
whenever
person?
The Queen's around? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's her last name. She has a last name.
Yeah.
I thought her first name was Queen. Her last name was Elizabeth.
No, the first name is and last name is Queen.
That's it. Oh no. Sean Hawkins sent something and says it's disturbing. If Sean Hawkins says something is disturbing.
Yeah, you better mute the audio at least.
I don't know if I want to do that. Oh, Christmer uses Leroy Jenkins. At least I got chicken. So anyway, the scammers, I let them have free range on that computer, and then they're like, you need to give their credit card number. So of course I make up a credit card number, and eventually they figure out that I'm messing with them. But what they do in the meantime is they go into the settings and they delete a couple important files, right? They jump into DOS and they delete the, I don't know. I forgot how to ruin Windows anymore. I don't do Windows. So they go and basically they ruin it. So when I reboot, it's going to come up to nothing. And then they'll reboot the computer while I'm on the phone, be like, how your computer's broken. I'm like, oh, that's okay. I took a snapshot. It's back. My computer at work, I have 64 gigs of RAM, a 2 terabyte SSD hard drive, and 24 CPUs. So the Windows XP boots up in 1 second.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Sean Hawkins, I need just a little more before I'm gonna play this video from you.
It's Aphex Twin.
Yeah, Aphex Twin.
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah, it looks pretty creepy.
Doggy eyes in the dark and some person in a wheelchair with a big.
Oh, Tammy and Jim Baker. He says
that's a good one.
There was a song that was on Canadian radio back when that whole thing happened. The title was Keep It In Your Pants, Jimmy. It was really funny. Get on your knees and pray. Or no, get down and praise the Lord. You can't keep pulling out that thing each time that you get bored. Keep it in your pants, Jimmy. Get on your knees and pray. Next time you jump into that bed, make sure it's with Tammy Faye. And it was a really good tune.
Alex Alford says my stream's being hacked. In order to fix it, he needs my social security number and credit card number. Yep, I do have a credit card number generator in my little my notes, my Evernote notes for when hackers come in.
Yeah.
So, all right, Rubber. It's called Rubber Johnny. All right. Do you need the audio, Sean? Tammy Faye Baker had stock in mascara and eyeliner. She wore tons of it. Yeah. The pictures of her crying with it smearing down.
She looks like she's auditioning to be in The Crow. Like it's just streaming down, right?
All right. So Quiddy says that I need to play the ice cream. Oh, I'm not remembering the ice cream video from last week. Do you know how many freaking people talk nerd stuff on my server? There's way too much nerd stuff to go through. You're going to have to post it again. All right. Sean,
there might be a reason for that.
All right. Sean, you didn't answer me. Do you need the audio? I've even tried getting them on a Chromebook before. Yes, I have a phone number generator and credit card number generator too. Yeah, because it validates LUN. When they call because to offer me a better interest rate on my credit card, I'll give them a number and they're like, that doesn't work. I'm like, I just used it yesterday. Didn't it work? I paid.
Sean
And
said
funny
it,
how they never suggest you call the issuer.
Sometimes, over the credit card, sometimes they do. They're like, what's the number on the back? And then they'll call it and try to connect you with them listening in. Because you know what you're going to do when you talk to your credit card company? Give them your credit card number.
Yeah, and some extra personal details maybe and whatnot, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So then what I do is when they answer, I say, yeah, I'm on the phone with the scammer and they're trying to get my credit card number. And then the line goes dead. I don't know. I don't know why. All right, Sean Hawkins. It helps to have audio. Okay. Oh, it's 6 minutes. My goodness. All right, I'll give it a shot.
both FT and FE and Team Skeptic got copyright strikes because of 17 seconds. So
they got what for? Oh, was that on Monday?
Strike. They had a debate there and they got, I think they had 17 seconds or something, and they got copyright strike from BBC.
Oh yeah, don't mess with BBC.
Yeah. We just had 2 episodes go dark and then come back up because we were doing some Ancient Aliens and some other content, and we were getting claimed while live, and they were shutting us down and up.
Oh,
but
wow.
This time last year, we did Ancient Aliens, and it was no problem, all good. So there's definitely a shift.
Yeah. Yeah, I have every time the Red Bull jump comes up, I get where I don't get monetized on it. I don't get a strike or anything. But so in the future, when they're like Red Bull jump, what are you gonna say? It's curved. I'm not claiming that that's the curve of the horizon. So make a point. So all right.
You feeling okay? You feel well?
I'm playing this video here.
Go and get you something? Want a glass of water?
What the heck is this, Sean?
We're not really getting anywhere, are we, at the moment? Are you seeing something? Is there something you see over there? What do you see there, Johnny?
All right, I'm gonna jump ahead.
What's this about Mama? Is this your mother?
That's gross.
Oh, it's Green Bullion's true
Matt, do you want
form.
Mama to come in? Don't breathe like that. It'll make you feel really strange. I'm with you. Nothing's going to happen to you. Just calm down now. Just try to relax. Try and keep calm. Don't tense up. Just relax.
All right. The metal comes in about 10 seconds.
What the hell am I watching?
Rubber Johnny. All right, is this audio gonna? Yeah, I don't want to play the audio and then get struck for the audio. It sounds like it's somebody's song that it's gonna complain about. So that's definitely weird stuff. So maybe something to do on your own time. I just don't want to take that chance there on the getting struck on it. But let's see. Did Quiddies put... No, I got nothing from Quiddies on whatever he was talking about.
Talking about names like Quantum Degreaser, that's awesome name.
I love that. Yeah, that's...
Wait a minute there. Did I just hear Quiddies is dropping links for us to see something, but didn't join the panel at the same time? Are you telling me that's what's going on here?
It does seem like that could have been what happened.
Oh, Quiddies, you're disappointing me, bro. Come on.
Oh, I clicked the wrong thing. All right, here we go. There we go. Looking at Quiddy's video, something went wrong. Yeah, so when I click videos in the chat, it comes to studio.youtube.com. I gotta edit the URL every time. Oh my gosh, that thing from last week.
So much crazy stuff. Wow.
So last week, Reds Reddick was on last week, right? And he for some and you may not notice this, but I'm a little white. It's weird because I'm actually black, but and it's some people don't
well, I hear
see
that. I hear you were given the honorary ginger award last year. Is that true? Because of the tone of the skin?
I've got a ginger kid.
There you go. See, yep.
So anyway, he's like, Rez was gonna super chat me $100 to pour sour cream on my head, and I said no. So, all right. So he's like, this is what you'd look like. So with sour cream on me, apparently.
Yeah.
I do have the audio. Gross.
She don't like ketchup chips though.
That's kind of gross. Yeah, I do not like ketchup chips.
No, don't
What
eat them,
the
please.
actual? But.
Oh, that's ice cream. Yeah, I'm not looking. I'm not really
Do we have
looking
to
at
see
it.
this?
That's just. But
I would like to be in the debunking fake science Quora group. There you go.
I'm so glad it's a long way to dinner. It's many hours.
Oh,
I'm not gonna eat anything yet. Oh,
that was really weird, man.
that made me. It did make me feel a little sick.
Yeah, Quiddies, what the hell is wrong with you, brother?
What did I say? It cut out. Yes, I would love to be in that Quora group with you and Jack Zhang. I've done a very few things on Quora, but I'm up for it. Oh, that was pretty gross.
talking about disturbing. I had my portion of disturbing already. I just had a new multi-dum-dum video.
Oh,
So I'm done with stupid for many hours.
Oh.
you know, he doesn't even. I don't think he even goes to the flat Earth channels, right? Because I kind of think that they won't put up with him.
Yeah. He's the new messiah of 200 years from now or something.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. So, I have we haven't done anything that I planned, which is totally fine. I planned stuff to fill time if there isn't something better, and this has all been better. So,
You know, you're not the first person to say that when I've been on a stream.
Wait. It's getting worse from here.
it's getting worse.
Is that what you're saying? If things was better, it's getting worse from here.
Don't know what to say.
I'm getting scared now.
So, all right, I have the original guy scheduled for tonight was going to be a 5G debate. Cuz I don't know if you've noticed this, but there's quite a few crazy ideas by some 5G people. There's some kind of normal stuff too that they have issues with, but for the most part, the 5G nutters are absolutely insane. They think that it causes virus-borne diseases. They think I have a little short list here.
I would like to say that 5G can be harmful to the body because when you're pulling those kind of forces of gravity through a corner in like a race car, it really takes its toll on a person.
Absolutely. That I mean, you'll pass out with too many G's. So let's see. It's not intentional. They claim it's intentionally harmful. That it causes a viral sickness. They claim it's a weapon. They claim it's necessary for artificial intelligence to take over the world. And so I'd like to be the first to welcome our new artificial intelligence overlords. They think it's required for self-driving cars. Yet there's already self-driving cars. Amazing.
It's been for a while.
It's not for mind control, and it is not untested.
Sorry.
So I created actually a group. So I know a lot of people are not on Facebook, and if you're not on Facebook, I am not recommending it. It's a cesspool. But if you're on there and you want to get into a 5G group that is not a bunch of nutters, in fact, that we It's about facts and science and that real information.
Oh.
There it is. It's called 5G Facts, Not Fiction. So feel free to join that.
I love how if 5G is so dangerous, how come I could just stand behind a brick wall and basically get away from it and be fine?
Just a sheet of paper. That's all.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
I mean, I go outside and my phone gets faster because of 5G, and that's great and all. And then I come in my house and it's not as fast due to the house, but then it connects to an even higher set of frequencies or faster ones for my router, and then and then there's Bluetooth, and then and oh, you know what? Boom! That's just easier. It's just crazy. You know?
Yeah.
So here's the
We've
thing.
been around radiation for decades.
They talk about 60 gigahertz, and that 60 gigahertz caused this special virus and all that. I've been looking, and I've not found.
Isn't this something to do with the resonant frequency of water and whatnot? Isn't that how that?
Oxygen.
Yeah, oxygen.
Yeah.
That's it. Thank you. Yes.
It's totally correct, and 60 gigahertz does not propagate well through air because the oxygen absorbs it. Here's the deal. I have not been able to find one cell carrier using 60 gigahertz. I found in Australia the highest that any 5G is using is 3.7 gigahertz. In the UK, 3.4. In Canada, and there was an article I found from January talking that they're going to try 2.4 and 700 megahertz, and maybe like later this year or next year 3.5 gigahertz. Nowhere talking about 60 gigahertz. I could be wrong.
No.
I have lack of information,
What?
but I want one piece of evidence. Maybe somebody watching can find somebody talking about 60 gigahertz, but I don't think anybody's using it yet.
Yeah. I mean, I think some of this comes from the fact that we went from 2.4 to 5 gigahertz for our home cordless phones, and then we also got it for our Wi-Fi, and they are misconstruing 5G and 5G, gigahertz versus fifth generation.
Yeah, probably.
That happens
Right?
a lot. And everybody does that. I've seen people all over the place make that confusion.
Yeah.
But then again, if 5G was 5 gigahertz and we have 5G all over us all the time, why didn't this happen before?
Yeah. Quantum Degreaser uses fligahertz on Glorious Flat Earth. It's a cross between AC and DC. It's all right there in the Bible.
What happened to gigahertz? 1.21 gigawatts?
It's a parallel universe thing where Edison and Tesla were actually great friends, and AC and DC came together, and it was all good. I think the company was called For Those About to Rock, but I can't quite remember.
Yeah, we salute him.
The Stringer News 1 has a nice thing here. 60 gigahertz is an unlicensed spectrum. Yeah, and he has an HDMI extender so he can see the security cam in his bedroom. So yeah, it's been used, and there are like home units that use it for specific purposes, but not any cell phones that I've been able to find. No cell phone companies. So, hey, if anybody can find it, that'd be super. But I do have a post in that group, the one I posted today, asking for anybody to look up, because I'm going to put a web page on my website that has just the different frequency allocations that are currently in use and planned. So if people have info on that, please let me know. And no cruise ships have 5G.
Oh,
that is like the most insane thing, because
what would be the point? Because
your phone doesn't have 5G. So there's so many layers of wrong, right? Nobody's phone has 5G hardly at all, so it doesn't benefit you to install it on a ship. It's not, if it were, it's not 60 gigahertz, because on a ship you need something that penetrates. 60 gigahertz is definitely not what you're going to use. You're going to use 600 megahertz. lower.
Could you imagine what do you build the walls out of if you're going to use 60 gigahertz? Rice paper?
That's something even I understand.
So, and number 3, a RF waves does not cause viruses, and you can easily check this by looking where the infections are and where they don't have 5G.
Yeah. Well, as far as I know, RF frequencies don't contain RNA, let alone anything else that would need to be in.
Of course, hand in hand with that claim is claiming that, of course, there is no virus, that it is caused by 60 gigahertz cell phones. There is no 60 gigahertz at all anywhere, as far as I can tell, and it doesn't match the map where 5G is installed well. So,
don't you have that spectrum picture?
I don't have it handy, unfortunately, but yeah. So they have like this whole globe map, world map of the early coronavirus outbreaks and the 5G deployment, which of course matched if you had 1 pixel for hundreds and hundreds of miles, right? But in Minnesota, the only place that there is 5G is downtown Minneapolis and downtown St. Paul. It's a tiny little area in Minnesota here, right? But people in all of the state have it. But in the big overview map, you have like 1 pixel for all of the entire Minneapolis-St. Paul metro area, right? And hardly any more pixels for the rest of the state. So yeah, you can't really see much for that.
Yeah.
Here, Norway is actually pretty well established already. Many stations. But we have one of the lowest COVID-19 deaths in Europe or the world. So
it just doesn't match.
Yeah.
So all right, I don't want to get the name wrong.
Yeah, but maybe you guys are using clean 5G and just not the dirty variety.
And the snake oil claims. So good. So many. So much. Oh, it's crazy. All right. I talked to this guy on Twitter on occasion, and I'm going to try to pronounce your name. I believe you're from Switzerland. Gaudens Raber says, isn't 5G mainly for Internet of Things? It basically 5G is faster bandwidth. That's what it is at its heart. It's when you're doing things over the air, one antenna has to share for everybody in that range. So if you can have 2 antennas for the same area, you can double the throughput. If you can have 4 antennas for the same area, you can quadruple the throughput. So having more antennas that are lower power per antenna, you can get more people serviced at higher bandwidth. That's part of the purpose of 5G, is that they can do lower power, more of them, and so the amount coming to you is the same because it's a closer tower, but it's not sending out as strong.
It's a lot like multi-core processors.
Continue.
Lower power, lower clock speed, higher amount of work.
Sure, yes.
You're not stressing the silicon, right?
As long as you can parallelize the work.
Yes. And I'm sure you know all about that, don't you?
You sound like a Threadripper.
What's that?
A Threadripper.
Sandpaper?
Yeah, exactly.
EMG.
No, Threadripper. Yeah. All those lovely lanes. Bring me those lanes. Oh, baby.
Speaking of
but
names.
I know hardware too well, so I'll stop now, or else this will keep going. So yeah.
Well,
Speaking of names, you said my totally wrong earlier, MC Toon. You had it correct so many times before, but not today.
All right, say it again for me.
Grøonvold.
Say again.
Grøonvold.
Grøonvold.
Yeah.
Grøonvold.
Wow.
Grønfelt, just like Craig does. Grønfelt. That's wrong.
Sorry.
You said it right so many times before.
Tell you, the number of people that think I'm Scottish.
McToon.
I hear that so often, and I'm like, you can't be serious. You can't. The sea isn't small, man. It's big.
Pretty much everybody in England calls me that because I'm sure they see that a lot, right? So.
Isn't that also Green Billion? McToon.
So I don't really care. It's not like. But I'm the worst rapper. Thank you.
A certain beaver used to say it a lot. I remember.
Yeah. I like Brainy Beaver. So let's see. Charlie says,
"Oh yeah, baby.
I think that 5G will be able to do some active beam steering also that will improve the number of phones that can be using a single antenna and lower overall power levels." That's absolutely true. And they get scared of it because they don't understand it. Right?
Big numbers.
Let me hold on a second.
Hey, Dick,
I
let's
got
take
some
a shower.
hardware.
I'm logging in now. It's our stream, baby. Quick, mute him. Mute him.
I'm there. Hold on, John. Oh my goodness.
We can see your ass from here.
So I have let's see. Here we go. Here is a 2.4 gigahertz. If you watched my video on Mark Steele, this 2.4 gigahertz omnidirectional antenna. And the inside of it, look at this. I love antennas. I studied it in college. I just took a class. That's all I did. I haven't done anything with it since college, but antennas are cool. So right there, that's what's inside of this guy here. It's a whole bunch of quarter wave antennas, I think. I'm not certain. I could be wrong on that. But that's omnidirectional, right? So you put up an antenna like that, and everybody in all directions shares the same bandwidth. So then you go and you get a panel antenna this.
I just installed one of those big Omnis for, about 10 of them for a campsite because we did a huge sprawling net array for them. Yeah, I was doing the same thing. And it was all fed off an Omni, like you're about to show here, that fed from the main source into the main router that then spread through the antennas, right?
Yeah. Well, so this is not Omni. This is directional.
Oh, okay.
And
yeah. There you go.
It's got inside, and I have...
Uni.
It's about a 90-degree angle that it feeds out, and it doesn't go much high or low, right? And so you can put 4 of these together, right? And then 4 radios, right? It's not just one. What you need to quadruple the amount of everything because you've now got 4 radios that you need to put up to feed out in 4 directions. But there you can quadruple the number of people with the same bandwidth. Or this is a bigger one. This is 2.4 gigahertz as well. Goes farther.
In the morning, sun getting in now, so probably get a little sunshine.
But here's the deal: if you wanna service maybe 8 times as many from a single thing, you need directional antennas, right? Well, here's a directional antenna. Pretty familiar to people. This is actually a directional Wi-Fi antenna, 2.4 gigahertz. It's actually a whole access point right back here.
Oh, cool.
So
it's not a KGB telephone thingy listener.
That's actually an RJ45, just a regular Cat 5 plug. Right. But you need to do power over Ethernet for this, right? That's how you.
Yeah, then it's a weapon.
Then it's exactly. You cannot put a whole lot of voltage or a whole lot of power over a Cat 5 cable. So the directional, so in order for that to service a house there and there, you need to actually physically move it. That doesn't work well. So the beam steering that they're doing, no visual aids for this one under my fingers, right? So if you've got a signal coming from this side, this antenna is going to get it before this antenna, right? So if then when you send out the signal, you use the timing from when they received it. So you send this one a little earlier than this one. The the wave going that direction back to them will have peaks right where the user is at, and it'll have troughs elsewhere. So if you do lots of antennas like that, you get a peak right where the person is at, and you get troughs everywhere else, which means from an antenna sending out the same amount of power, because it's more focused rather than wide, you actually get less RF waves everywhere else except where you want it. The people that are against 5G have it backwards. That is less radiation per person.
Yeah.
This sounds when I was placing my subwoofer in the corner. I went around the living room to see where I had the greatest bass.
Oh, yeah. Yes,
you got to tune the room.
Subwoofer placement is tricky.
You got to tune the room. Absolutely. You know, I got a 7.1 set up in my living room with the projector and whatnot. And you can be a moron and just set them up, or you can do it properly and enjoy your hardware. Massive difference.
I built a ridiculous subwoofer. A friend of mine at work wanted. So I do some woodworking, and he
I used to do car ones like Seventh Order and stuff, so I know what you're about to say. This is awesome.
He wanted somebody to build a folded horn antenna, not antenna, subwoofer, right? And all right, visual aids. Oh, I got paper here. So the horn. You know what I'm talking about already, right? So if you...
Oh, yeah.
Kind of sloppy there. But if you do this, right? That's your sub there. And then it goes out and it gets wider as it goes out. The length of this matters because it's a resonant frequency, right? So he designed it for me and I just built it. But what you do is you fold it inside a box. Have you seen these?
Yes, at the walls so they get wider and wider along the route.
Let's see.
We used to do what you're drawing right now to bring the sub from the trunk up through the back deck of a car for like a $10,000 box to really tune it so it would get the maximum volume or decibel from the gear.
That's cool. All right, I drew my first one wrong. There it is. I'm getting it.
Like you take 4 12-inch Rockford Fosgates isobarically mounted in, and then you'd port it out with like a Seventh Order box with a tuned port like this, and you could take 5,000 watts and make it sound like 20. But if you tuned it wrong, oh, it was bad.
All right, so here is a
there we go. Yeah,
of what I wrote. So it's a folded horn. You see at the top there is the subwoofer going into that narrow area, and then it goes around kind of through that serpentine. It comes out on the other side, and it's tuned to a certain frequency. It's tuned to 25 hertz. The problem with this particular type is it's very peaky. You get peaks at different spots instead of this nice
if you're tuned
response.
to 25, if you're tuned to 25 and you produce a 90, the 90 is not going to be anywhere near as loud as the deeper frequency, right? So
the way to solve that is through equalization, right?
That's right.
And so I did a little bit of that, and he brought in a microphone, and we ran some software to try to tune everything, but then it's at work, and we spent half an hour on it and then set it aside for 6 years. So that basically it's not tuned. I have an EQ and I have different things I do to it, but it's right next to me, and it's pointed right. I'm in a big room. It used to be a classroom. It's a giant room. And it's pointed right at the guy I work with, and he doesn't care. He plays guitar, and he doesn't care at all what I do. So it's pointed right at him. Well, some songs have resonance, notes right at 25 hertz, and it's crazy loud. but not for me. I hardly hear it at all because I'm right next to it. And he's
meanwhile, he just shit his pants.
He's like, all right. Then I get a message from my boss, who's in the office right next to me in a meeting. He sends me a message. He goes, "It's work time. What are you doing?" Everything's shaking. I don't hear anything. I'm like, oh. And a guy across the hall, he comes over. He's like, "I got a headache, man. You got to turn that off." So I put a compressor on it so that doesn't happen anymore.
Flatten it out, yeah.
Yeah. So
what we used to do in those situations back in the day when we were doing the competition car audio systems, and this was like in the earlier days of drastic subwoofer enclosure building, is we would have a 15 tuned to like 25, and then you'd have a 12 or 2 tuned to like a 40 or a 50, and then a couple of 8-inch subs tuned up to like 90 or 100, and you didn't have to do anywhere near as much EQing. What you had to do was amp balancing.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
So you put the right amount of power to each head.
That's right. And then it was way less EQing, and you were still coming in under budget because you weren't putting so much power to one subsystem. You were spreading it around. But you still had the cost of manufacture to do those damn boxes, right?
Yeah.
I wasn't that big. I just had a small, you don't know what it is, a Volkswagen Polo, smaller than a Golf. And my first system was 3 in the front and a 10-inch in the back in a closed box.
Nice.
And, that's a Swedish system called DLS, if you heard of that. Swedish manufacturer. And the place I bought it was in Oslo here. So I threw it in, had something in the doors and a dash in the back and stuff. And I went back to show the guy what I did. So he asked me if I wanted to be, what do you call it, sponsored. And I thought of it and I said, no, I don't have the time, because then he had to say, you have to go there and show it. Go there.
Yeah, I did this back in the day. I was sponsored by Rockford Fosgate way back in the day, and I could grab it. It's in my closet. I have my silver medal Rockford Fosgate leather jacket still from like years ago. It still fits.
Yeah, was the early 90s.
See, fun fact.
Exactly. Me too.
Fun fact, he still wears it.
I actually do. I actually do. But I've taken good care of it. I've conditioned the leather and kept it nice. You know?
I have the jean jacket from high school that has on the back the same thing that is my one tattoo.
Cool.
It's a punk band.
Okay, hold on. I'll be right back. Hold on. We got to do this then.
No.
So I thought, let's see. So my sister doesn't understand a lot of technology. So she gave me this as a gift to block the 5G. Okay, hold on. Let's look at his coat, his jean jacket. There it is. Yeah, Rockford Fosgate. So all right. So yeah. So she gave me this to block the harmful radiation from my cell phone. And she's talking.
Doesn't that block the antenna?
She's talking to me. Yeah, this is it right here, and it's not cheap. It's just the circle. You can really see, like, you can see the outline of the sticker, and then that little triangle in the middle. That's what it is, and it's. I feel bad. It's like $100, I think.
Damn.
She gave me this thing, and you can tell it's not on my phone. So she told me, like, she's telling me about it. She's all excited, and she's talking to me on the phone. I said, I can tell it doesn't work. She said, why? Well, because your phone works.
Exactly.
So I like to go in the 5G groups, and they're like, what can I do to protect myself? And they're like, put on this necklace, or have this pyramid thing you put in your house, or you have $1,000 blue shield, blue something device that blocks, and I'm like,
under the bed.
Yeah, and so
you could also just close the door.
Well, no, only from the 5G that doesn't exist. Right? The actual stuff, the 700 megahertz to 2.4 gigahertz that does get through your house, yeah, it's there. So sorry, my wife heard me getting excited, and she's like, be nice. I'm like, oh, I'm not even debating. We're just getting excited and talking. Darn it, what was I saying? So
now we know why he doesn't lose his head. It has nothing to do with MC2 and himself. It's wifey sauces in the background saying, "You be nice."
That's happened.
Happy wife, happy life.
So, yeah. So the
man knows.
So I go in these I'm in a whole pile of 5G groups on Facebook now, and they get shut down all the time. There was an Australian one that had a ton of people. I was in doing a whole bunch of stuff. I think it's gone. Anyway, so they're in there. They're like, how do I stop it? People are like, you need to get a meter and all this. And they're like, you get this. You get the meter, so you read it, right? These meters are crap. But because it reads 60 hertz. So it reads the power from your house, right? You're not, whatever. So they're like, well, how do I know if it's working? Well, you get the meter and you test before, you test after, and then you install the, put the necklace on or whatever dumb thing you think is going to work, because it
use a density meter.
It attracts the waves and it converts it into whatever. And anyway, so I'm like, I just go in there. You don't need a meter. If your cell phone works, whatever you're doing to block the radiation is not.
Yeah.
That's simple. That simple. So yeah, so if you let's imagine for a second that this little sticker worked, right?
I thought you were going to put on a tinfoil hat.
And you put it on your cell phone there. Here's my cell phone, right? And you could see through it because that's what it does, apparently. So, yeah, so now I got this on here. And so my cell phone can't send that way. But it can still send this way, right into my head.
So now your head has become the pass-through for the signal to the phone, negating everything they have tried to accomplish in one swing.
Exactly as they do with car alarms.
You can't make this up, man.
Everything is backwards. Everything is backwards.
How much is the phone? Is it half a watt, 1 watt, something?
Yeah, your phone is not 1 watt.
Half a watt. Yeah.
Are you kidding? Flurfical masturbation produces more energy than your phone.
Before there was GSM, did you have that NMT stuff? We had NMT here before GSM.
That was 3G. I don't know. I didn't really hear much of the talk about the particulars about 3G here.
Yeah, this was before GSM in the 80s, 90s, and you had those portable with a suitcase battery and the cord and everything.
I remember
I think
those.
It was 7 watts or something.
Well, yeah, you needed to, because the cell tower there was 4 of them in your city, So.
But then you had the antenna sticking off of that battery you had in your hands down there. It was, yeah.
I remember I was at some restaurant, it's probably Applebee's, and I just remember this guy had the phone that had the really thick thing with it, and it was this tall, and the antenna was that tall, and it's on the edge of his table.
3,000.
Because he had to show off that he could afford a cell phone at Applebee's.
I had an uncle of mine who was driving as a salesman through southern Norway, and he saw people talking in shower heads.
What?
Shower heads.
To try to impress people?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to work.
It's great. Great. Oh, you gotta love ingenuity, right?
Yeah, you talked about the Motorola 3300. We called it the brick.
Yeah.
The brick, yeah.
Yeah. And an elbow up there.
Oh, yeah. You know, you had to do that just to make sure you could hold the girth of the thing. Like, wouldn't it have had lead acid batteries? That was a pretty old device, right? You know?
Probably nickel metal hydride.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. But, you know,
it'd be nickel cadmium, even worse.
Yeah, it would be CADs. Yeah. You're right. It would be CADs for sure. So it probably lasted all of about 40 minutes.
Yeah, and of course, any of the nickel batteries were susceptible to reset problems. So you'd want to drain it all the way down.
Bad effect. Yeah.
It had memory.
The first cell phone was in 1995. It was a Motorola DigiFlip, same as the 5200 or something. And the SIM card was full size.
Yeah.
The standby was 12 hours.
Yeah, I had myself a StarTAC way back in the day and thought that was all that in a bucket of chicken. Yep. It was funny, too, because it looked so sleek and nice until you put that big bulging battery pack on the back to make it last for a full day.
The charger was that bench thing.
Yeah. Too funny.
Quantum Degreaser had, I used 5G transmitter from Street Lamp hooked to a 1-watt laser aimed through a Fresnel lens from a rear projection TV to eliminate ants in my basement. I aimed a 5G street lamp transmitter into the viewfinder of a P900, and the beam that came out of the end of the lens fused vanishing points into angles of attack. Oh, dude. I love Quantum Degreaser. Yeah, he said, I had some hertz go through my fingers a few times. Hurts.
Yeah, and they rent crappy cars.
Oh my gosh. I have this, I don't know if it helps the typing much, but I have the plexiglass and I keep bumping it and then my microphone goes rolling around.
Yes.
I have a different
clicky...
problem. My keyboard is quiet, but my mouse is noisy.
I got really loud clicky keys on my keyboard, so if I don't mute, it's not good.
Yeah. Well, I've got strong fingers from typing, So look at those muscles.
I don't think that's from typing, buddy.
He has a wife.
Yep. I can type. I type loud. We used to sit like closer in cubes, and I had a keyboard that was kind of loud, and I come in one day and the keyboard was removed and swapped in with this one here.
Yikes.
What is that monstrosity?
That's a Microsoft keyboard.
Wow.
It was.
Look at it.
$3. It's my favorite keyboard. I love it.
I bet that thing was about $300 brand new.
Yeah, it might have been. Yeah. So they don't make them anymore. So I found another one. It's in my garage. Should this one... So I have one at work, one here. So anyway, so they gave me this keyboard for this older one, which was also a Microsoft ergonomic keyboard that was loud, and this one's not so loud. But it's still loud enough that people complain when I've
tried those ergonomic split key ones, and my brain couldn't get around it. It has to be straight for me. I can't do it.
When I switched to an ergonomic, I discovered that I type wrong. Yeah, I've taken typing classes, right? So I know home row and all that. But I found out that I was cheating. I was doing like hitting B with my right hand or N with my left hand or something, and like I'm reaching across into the empty space and hitting the nothing with my wrong hand. So
you know what? That's probably my problem then. I'm probably just cheating my face off, and that's why it's not working, because that makes a lot of sense.
Yep.
I am more of a flying eagle stuff.
So, Gowden's Ryber, do you have to change typing because two separate keypads? No, I have the same keyboard at work and at home. So, I don't. But on a laptop, I don't like a laptop. Like, it's, whatever. Apple's new laptop They switched away from it because it wasn't good, but their attempt to make the keys not have as much travel.
Oh, what a nightmare. That was the dumbest thing the computer industry has ever seen in laptop computing. Yep. That was ridiculous, especially from the company who has the greatest trackpad of all time. Like, what an ergonomic nightmare that thing was.
Yeah. That's a nice keyboard. I like that.
Oh, yeah.
That's a MSI's thing. Yeah.
So,
but it's a soft, so doesn't make that much noise.
Oh. Those are looking like rubbery domes to me.
So, Ed Freeze says Kiwi says he wants to be paid $1,000 in PayPal in order to debate him. Oh, Kiwi, your head is gigantic. And Jose JG says, Tommy, you're supposed to hide your face.
I'm not that ugly.
I'm not sure Jose should be telling Tommy that.
Hey, Jose is
just
an
kidding,
attractive
Jose.
man.
I'm just kidding him.
Jose es muy guapo. That's probably wrong.
Canadians can't do that very well.
PayPal, yeah. First guy I debated was flattening heathenist or something.
Oh, flattening atheism was...
Atheist, yeah.
I sent him a message. He refused.
He was about to charge me $200 to debate him.
Yep.
What?
Yeah. It was his time, so... Precious.
I mean, even in the worst bathroom you go to, it's only 25 cents to get into the stall.
And Nathan Thompson wants to be paid too. Like, here's the deal. I haven't for years billed my time at work, right? But I got $150 for my time per hour 15 years ago, right? So I went to school. Nathan, you can't... You got nothing. The hubris to say, oh, you're going to have to pay me to debate. Like, oh, shut up, you idiot.
Yeah, that's reaching further than the supposed dome is above the earth. That's pretty bad.
Oh, Ben Roberts, offer him minimum wage.
Yeah, in pesos.
I'll pay a minimum wage in Tanzania.
Yeah, there you go.
In Tanzanian shillings, of course. Jose, let's see. I got a special show this Saturday. Jesse Kozlowski, George Natchik, doing a presentation about surveying titled "Show Us Your Measurements." That sounds like something to watch.
Yeah,
very
it does.
Nice.
Very
Jose,
much
have you put up the if you have the live stream URL, drop it in here and people can pick that up. A quantum degreaser, and we all pretty much know what he's going to say and not listen to when referring to Nathan Thompson debating. So, ooh, Jose put in a 1-minute trailer together. You mind if I play it for people, Jose? That sounds...
Please do.
Muy bueno. And I'm sorry if I'm butchering Spanish.
Yeah.
Because mi español es no muy bueno.
I understand what you say, but I can't say it.
I
don't speak Spanish, I just listen.
I also know that the way I said it is improper grammar. All right.
There's many languages you can pick up some stuff here and there to know what they're talking about.
All right, so I'm going to play Jose's trailer.
Please.
It's 1:26, so be quiet for 1:26. All right, people.
I love it.
That's
Nice.
gonna be epic. Jesse is the man,
That's
right? It's so much flurf tears.
Dick, there's a job for you. One time.
In a world.
In a world.
You got to start with that, Dick Dawson.
Okay, where am I looking here?
For the you kind of missed the intro to that. That's Jose is going to have Jesse Kozlowski and George Natchik on to talk about surveying, and they're going to call it "Show Us the Measurements." So that was the trailer for it. So so maybe you could do a voiceover for the trailer that starts with in a world.
Yes. Jose, can I do a voiceover for that, buddy? Would that be okay? I would love to do that because we could make this some seriously over the top stuff. That would be epic, right?
Well, there you go, Jose. I hope it can happen. That'd be awesome.
In a world where some people think it's flat.
Yeah. I mean, this could be like okay, yeah, cool. Awesome. It's done, buddy. It's done. Jose, PM me that so I can layer it on top and send it back to you. Cool. Done. I can't wait. It's going to be like Ancient Aliens meets what's that one, Unearthed or whatever, where those over dramatic sort of documentary style A&E and History Channel voiceovers, right? Like that would nail it. You know,
you don't have the voice of what do you call it? Transformer.
Robert Clotworthy. Robert Clotworthy, right? I'll go for that style. Yeah.
Nice. So, all right. I keep bumping my things. Dick, you asked why don't I use Voice Meter? I'm on a Mac.
Oh, well then how come you're not using Soundflower?
I have all the software I need to do more than just Soundflower, right? I have it all ready to go.
Oh, okay.
But
I was a Mac guy all my life, right? Like way before Windows.
It's a lot of work, and like the last thing I want to do is get partway through trying to set it up, and then Tuesday comes along and I can't do it. Can't do anything. So I've just been hesitant to go and try to fix the audio so that it can feed back to the listeners.
Right.
So
I can hook that up easy. I'm a Mac user since System 6 when they finally numbered it, even before, right? And I've been doing audio since Apple bought Logic and stuff.
Okay.
I went to audio engineering school back in the days where we had Atari STs doing Cubase version 1. Right? So
Nice.
Yeah, if you want to go over that real quick and easy, that's an easy feed to loop, and then it won't mess with your OBS or anything. Be nice and easy.
Okay.
Just give you an extra channel you can feed it back through.
Let me just say this, MC Toon. He helped me, and I know everything now.
Yeah.
Are you in a Mac?
I've done
too,
this
Tommy?
with a lot of people.
Are you in a Mac
No.
or you're on Windows?
No.
Okay.
Windows. The closest I get to a Mac is an Apple phone.
Wait, how old is that? A 5?
SE.
SE.
SE. Oh, yeah.
That's why it's smaller. Yep.
Like
It's not that old. Come on.
Well, it's the
I don't
same
like those
form
speakers.
factor as the 5.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
So let me just if people aren't familiar, this is a 7, and it's 4 years old in September.
Speaking of 7, this is my 7th phone since 1995.
I'm not holding mine up because I only just gave up my BlackBerry about 8 months ago
Oh, my
because
goodness.
I can't stand typing on glass still to this day. I hate it.
Yeah, like autocorrect gets it wrong half the time.
I can't stand it, and I have to look at the screen. When I had the feel of the keys, I could look up and look around the room and see what my son was doing and type away, no problem. But now, if I do that, it's right. It's just terrible, you know.
I have a friend of mine with a crooked eye, so his one eye goes that way, and he was typing on the phone. It was like my grandmother knitting.
Yeah.
And finished. Yeah.
Uh-oh. We got something from Glober Mommy here.
Oh, she's trustworthy. Lay it up. Lay it up.
Mommy.
So let's see. All right, then we got to start wrapping this up. But let's see here. All right, and once again, you guys won't hear it.
Just put it on. Damn.
Do you remember Sunday mornings at Mom's house? Well, now those days are gone and you're alone. Try to reach out and find yourself some company, but no one ever picks up the phone. What if I told you there was a special place for you? What if that place were real? Well, it's not, and you better stop hoping and just get yourself to bed. Tomorrow you gotta wake up and do it all over again.
Sorry.
Cool Granny Cam.
Wait till you see this.
Coming. Oh, for Pete's sake. Who the hell is it? Do you know what time it is?
I slapped that shit down.
Oh,
Dick
God
Dawson
damn it.
spoke. That was
Dick?
not a shills thing. That was a fuck you, you little bitch. I am so sick of your
What the
fucking
hell is
garbage,
going on
you
down
little
here?
motherfucker.
Can't a body sleep in peace?
Sanitation needed. I work with a lot of guys who pussy out of a day's work.
Sorry, Granny Mom. It's my fault. I should never have told Dick to make himself at home last time he was here. He must have run out of beer. I mean, he told us on the live stream yesterday that he started drinking at 12 noon.
Dick, you better not be getting into my good stuff. You fucking son of a bitch.
Uh-oh. Run, Dick. Run!
Get out of here. Goddamn fucking Canadians always needing their beer.
See you next time, Dick.
You got to have the Wilhelm scream.
Oh, very nice. So, Quantum Degreaser, his cat was freaked out by that knocking. Quantum Degreaser, who the hell are you in real life? I like this new Quantum Degreaser.
I was thinking it was Quantum Eraser with a different name, like a change.
It's probably really Quantum Eraser, yes. That reminds me, do you like the new logo thing here? This tune, the Tron.
Yes,
yeah.
very much.
I had the Batman thing was kind of getting, it was a bit over a year old. I'm like, yeah, it's time for a change. So just one time I'm looking at the Tron logo. I'm like, I could turn that into tune. So
I'm still waiting for the third Tron film.
Oh, yeah.
Those.
I was looking up, like, I love Tron, like as a kid, and the new one. The new one is 10 years old.
That's almost odd.
And you know who did the soundtrack for that, right?
Yeah, the soundtrack. I had it in my car.
who did the soundtrack for that?
Yeah, those helmet guys. Oh, me and names. Oh,
Dead Mound 5? No, that's one guy, right? Who wears the helmets?
Oh my gosh.
I know this. I just stuck. Sorry. Give
there you go. Christmas got it. Don't read it. It's not Devo. Oh my gosh.
Oh no! Isn't that the who are the guys that did Robot Rock that was in Iron Man movie? Isn't that?
It was not Devo. Chris and Amy. Oh,
Speaking of that type of music, I
No,
heard
it's,
don't change it. Wait, we got it. There you go. Yeah,
hold on,
we got treading the boards. Got it.
Oh, they do Around the World?
Around the world,
Right?
around
Yeah,
the
it's that
world.
band, right? And they had the dude with the dog head going down the street in the video, and they're one of the few dancey trance or whatever that you call that stuff bands I can handle, because they're real musicians and they write real music.
Yeah.
I saw here the other day that the founder of Kraftwerk died. Those also were big in back in the day.
All right,
Autobahn and all that.
It's Daft
What are they
Punk.
called?
Daft Punk.
That's it.
So
That's it. That was driving me crazy.
So, all right. And so here's what you do, everybody. Make sure that you've got this thing up close enough, right? So, Alexa, play Daft Punk.
This is Daft Punk from Spotify.
Now, I can't let that play. But everybody listening on at home, you should be listening to it right now, including Chris.
Around the world, around the world. Right?
That's it.
The best one is when I play in that bar with
in the movie.
Yeah.
Oh. Yep. So yeah, I've been like when I write software, I listen to music. So I've been listening to Daft Punk.
They're very talented songwriters.
Yeah.
You know, you can really hear the difference in some of those bands. There's one other one. What are they called? You know what? I'll never bring it up because it's just not really my thing. But there's a few of those bands that stand out among the crowd if you're a musician. Right? Oh, Infected Mushroom. They are another one that stand out amongst the crowd. Yeah, they are very talented songwriters. Oh, Yellow. Treading the Boards. Big shout to Yellow. I Before E, Except After C is one of the deepest, most experimental tunes from back in the 80s. That was killer track.
From Yellow?
Yeah.
Some Belgian guys? No, Netherlands? Belgium? Something.
Let's see. Albums. We got songs, albums, profiles. There's a song "Yellow" by Coldplay.
When I have the sound system in my car, I played Yellow with a blender.
Yeah.
The helicopter just flew through my cabin.
There was a band from the 80s. One of the worst bands you'll ever listen to in your life. They were called I can't remember now, but the song was The Cars That Go Boom. And it was these two chicks that rapped, and it was awful. But the production of the album would push a subwoofer to its knees. It was unbelievable. Yeah, it's worth a look.
I think it's Romanian.
I can't remember the name of.
How can we look if you don't know the name?
Well, yeah, look up 80s song, 80s car audio, The Cars That Go Boom.
Oh my goodness!
I'm doing it because it was a defining track in the competitions back in the day.
Oh, Le Trim?
Yes, that's it. And it's the worst song you'll ever listen to in your life. But if you've got a subwoofer and you want to hear what it's really got, put that song on.
All right, I'll have to try that when I go to work.
Yeah.
Nice.
Especially yours tuned down to 25, you will really get what this song has to offer. Oh man.
It's not good subwoofer until you feel it right here and you've got to go pee.
This song can make you when you sit in a car with this song cranked on like a really well-built stereo, it will breathe for you. You know?
Check that link I sent in the group chat here, Dick Dawson. That's the
cool.
same. It's an awful song, but the bass is
yeah. Tight. And they've got this big, long, like they hold the note, boom, and it's really good. But it is the worst song you're ever going to listen to. It's awful.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
This song is what won me that silver medal jacket I showed you earlier on the stream. Yeah. Yeah.
The From La Trim.
Yeah. And it's awful. It's horrible. You know, if you truly want to be the worst rapper on the internet, rap this song, Tune.
Oh. Well, I hope everybody is that has an echo is listening to Daft Punk still. If I got you to get your echo to play Daft Punk, let me know in the comments. I'm like I should do that every time. So some people I have done that, and some people have said, yeah, I had it turned up too far and everybody was asleep in the house. And not anymore. I love that. So, all right. Well, yeah. We should get going here. It was a lot of fun, and I did absolutely nothing that I planned, which means that next time that I get a no-show, I've already got stuff. So super.
There you go.
Whoopsies.
Yeah.
I think Amy is watching these Screen Rant videos, pitch meetings.
The Screen Rant videos. Okay.
Screen Rant with pitch meetings. You haven't seen those?
I don't think I have.
Yeah, you missed something.
One thing you can count on with Amy Hogan is she's always one step ahead of the pack, baby.
That's true. So, all right. Well, thanks, guys. Anything you want to say before you go? You know, maybe we ought to make sure that you both have your links in the chat here for people quick.
Yeah, drop the EIE Network in for me. I don't do much on my own channel these days, right? I'm kind of like a turtle that's in a cocoon, just lost on the edge of a tree somewhere in a branch. Very small turtle, just a little guy.
Now, what was the reason for the change in name?
Well, we changed it to the EIE Network. EIE is an acronym for Entertainment, Information, Education. And the reason we did that is instead of just the shills, we're bringing out all kinds of new shows on the channel that are fulfilling all kinds of gaps. We got The Pain of Progress, and it's a show that Thor, Logic of the Gods, and Steaming Cup of Reason are doing, where they're going through the history of war and the technologies it gave us that we enjoy now and stuff. And we're bringing out a lot more content, so there had to be a shift because it didn't work anymore. We're kind of like we're building a pseudoscience bashing CBS, right? You know?
That works.
Yeah, and we got some game shows and talk shows and stuff coming up too, like some regular content. But our goal is to have like 2 shows a day on the channel inside of 4 months.
That's good.
Yeah,
so,
well, it'll never happen, but we will have 2 shows a day eventually. You know, like, you know.
All right, and then Tommy.
Yeah, I just multi dum dum.
Oh, there
Otherwise,
it is.
I have not much planned.
And you got the "you are dumb, you are really dumb" guy.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Only thing I planned so far is I got to take this 10mm and shoot the sun and the moon with a string between and get the illusion stuff.
The Terminator
Just
illusion
waiting for
line.
some
Yeah. Some guy today on Facebook is like, this disproves blah blah. It's totally self-illuminating, and he had this car window, the edge of the car window, which wasn't near the moon at all. And you couldn't see the sun in the picture. And he goes, that disproves the globe. Like, no, you need to do a string between them, right? And he's like, no, I don't. That's what that thing on the bottom is. Like, no, oh my gosh. An improperly done experiment doesn't prove or disprove anything. Yeah. You need to measure things. 14 miles is not 19 miles.
Yeah.
So,
and also, MC Tune coming up. Quiddies the Sprinkler and I are rounding up a bunch of people to find the true worst rapper of the debunk community. And we are doing this live
That sounds painful.
Everybody's going to step up, and it is going to be an unbelievable crapshoot of the bottom end of the debunking community. Right? I think I'm going to do I'm going to do something by Eric B. and Rakim to show how white I am. Right?
I'm not going to watch that.
Oh, are you kidding? You're in it. You're screwed now, buddy.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, MC, I saw the beginning of that debate, and that guy was so nice, and then it turned. Oof.
Yeah. As soon as like the evidence showed up, he got a little change.
Yeah. He was a nice guy.
Yeah.
Nice guy. Sorry. Yeah.
And I did like hearing his girlfriend in the background.
I missed that one.
Just yapping. She was mad at me when I was showing evidence. And, normally, like, when, what's his name? Cece from...
Cece's wife, yeah.
His wife comes through and she's like, "You idiot." Or in Rem with his wife yapping in the background telling him how stupid he is.
Yeah.
But apparently Michael Gephardt, his girlfriend she's all in, yeah. So
that was just too open-ended. If that was on the shills, that hole would have been filled, baby.
So let's see. DKG Custom has a link right there. It's JM Truth Virus Edition. What have?
Oh no!
I'll bring it up. It's pretty good. What have you done now? Premieres in 40 hours. So there it is. Oh, poor JM. He's just Nathan's pawn. Nathan's like, I got a master's degree in science, guy. He's gonna come and debunk everything. No, he's not.
I'm opening tabs now as they post them, and now 21 tabs open. It's close to high IQ.
Can you imagine having that on your epitaph? JF's what's his name's pawn?
JM Truth, Nathan's pawn.
Yeah.
Oh, that's all it is. It's too bad. I love that. Yeah, JM Truth Virus Edition. So there you go. He's like, when he in the debate, he's like, nobody's debunked my laser thing from 33 miles. I'm like, I did. You just didn't understand it.
Yeah.
He's like, no, that's not like, well, did you capture the lapse rate? Well, I got the temperature on my phone. Like, how did you get the temperature on your phone? Well, it's got a thermometer. No, it doesn't. The temperature from your phone is from a local, weather station.
Yeah. That was painful. I saw that one. That hurt.
JM. Oh, everything is wrong.
Oh, yeah. When the producer extraordinaire steps up, you're getting good content. That boy is crazy.
We talked about measurements, and when they ask for measurements, and they say that they have a laser and something hit, it's flat. That beats everything.
Never mind how big is the circle of that laser when it hit versus where it left.
That was, they were trying to do that over Lake Balaton, and they didn't. And I appreciate that is the one thing FE Core ever published, because it's great globe evidence. But
yeah,
poor guys, all that money they spent. But they wanted to. This is a great idea. I really like this. They wanted to have two lasers of different colors. Like one red and one green. But you'd want to have blue, really, because of the wavelengths, to see how much they refracted differently. But what they did instead, because they couldn't get it to work, is they had their laser from one side that was leveled and whatever, using, they invented an acronym, SALAD, to position it. And then on the other side, they had a handheld, pointer laser or something They're like, oh, yep, we totally nailed it. And that was it.
They said they leveled it first, but then they adjusted it to hit it. So they hadn't it leveled, they adjusted it afterwards.
That was the best example of, it doesn't matter how many parameters are involved in this moment in life. I'm going to pick one that works for me and exalt it as truth. That was amazing.
But yeah, but they did have, like, in their 4-mile laser thing, they had the laser hitting this board thing and a measuring stick next to it, so you could see how high it hit, right? And then, but the farther out ones they didn't do. You know why? Because it was this freaking big, and so they just get a camera pointing to the other side, and they're like, oh, we see it. Yeah.
What? Nailed it.
How
big is that cone at that side? Don't even know. But
well, I myself, I live in a valley that's about, I'd say about 27 miles across, and I've got a high-powered or a decently high-powered green laser, and I can point it from one side of our valley to the other and point it on a big boulder. But when I zoom in with my telescope to see the dot, that boulder looks like a small rock, and you got scale and everything involved. So when these guys see this, they don't understand. Like, even with and I spent a few bucks on this toy, right? Even with that toy, I'm shooting out of something that's, tiny. And when it hits that other side of the valley, it's landing on something that's like the size of my home and just barely, you know what I mean? It's freaking huge. And this is a good one, morons.
Clive Wells. So we've got thanks God it's flat, I think is just somebody joking around, right? My math is he pluralized math. Silly Queen's English. My maths is quite advanced. In fact, I've just taken an hour and a half out to record a new video on Birkhoff's theorem in general relativity. We'll be out sometime later in the week. I love you, Clive. I don't even know what Birkhoff's theorem is. But if you guys want some good math, singular, go to Clive Wells. That is, it's always good. Oh, Clive, question. In the live chat for AB Science, he gave some information on microwave ovens and how they work, and you said that's not how they work. Could you come on here and we could talk about that sometime? I think that'd be a fantastic topic to actually get into how microwave ovens heat things.
Somebody's birthday. Gordon's.
Oh,
Raber. Happy birthday.
So now can you?
Hey!
Are you saying the name correctly there?
I don't know.
Oh, come on, Tommy. You basically live right next door. So
I was just going to say, you're the only one here that has a chance, buddy. Come on, help us out.
Where are you from? That helps.
I think Switzerland, right?
Oh no.
And speaks.
No chance.
If I'm correct, if I'm remembering from Twitter, because he put up a video of him talking. It's German, but it's Swiss German.
Yeah.
Right. So happy birthday,
Gordon's Raber.
Norway, Denmark, and Germany, but I don't speak German.
and then Switzerland is a little farther still.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So happy birthday! Glad to have you. Yes, excellent, Switzerland. So there you go. Well, we keep going on when I'm like, hey, we can wrap up anytime. I don't have anything until 9:00 tomorrow morning, so.
Well, I could start a wrap up here if you want to do a tie-in of the night. I'm kind of used to having to do that,
I have very limited selection of rap that I'll do, and if I'm gonna be on your thing that I can't believe I agreed to,
yes,
I'm gonna have to save the really couple narrow things that I will rap. So
No. You already missed the point. The point is like I can do a decent Chuck D from Public Enemy impersonation if I really want to, right? And a few of the bands that I liked from back in the day, right?
Yeah.
I listen to pre-rap. I like hip hop, to be honest, right? You know, like the original good stuff. And the thing is you're supposed to pick somebody you've never done before, right? We're looking for off-the-cuff karaoke style, like no preparation.
I never did anyone.
No,
I never karaoke a bit.
Yeah, see this, Quiddies? See this, Quiddies? We will not have it.
I don't listen to rap.
I have this singing.
Yeah, neither do I. Neither do I, though. That's just it. So we're all just going to dive in and have fun. It'll be awesome.
I got my singing voice off my dad, and he has his leg full of blue marks after my mother kicked him. So
that's even better. You'll probably win then, because the idea is who bungs this up the worst, right? We're not looking for talent in here. We're looking for bravery and balls, right?
But I actually saw Straight Outta Compton earlier tonight.
Yeah, think of it this way:
who can
do the best Who can do the best Vanilla Ice impersonation? That's what we're looking for, right?
Being that that's one that I can kind of handle.
Stop.
Collaborate and listen. Ice is back with a brand new mission. So
I am so white I can do Informer. Yeah, that's it.
I like him.
No.
Yeah, he's Canadian. NANA's got it. Rapper's Delight. That's what you got to be pulling out, man. We're talking about some old school.
Yeah.
NA did not type Rapper Delight.
Right.
There's only one P in the word he spelled.
Oh, yeah.
Naughty.
So, yeah.
I don't know what you're doing.
And you know what? Yeah, I can't say that again now. But what we're looking for is, like, don't push me because I'm close to the edge. I'm trying not to lose my head. That's early 80s.
I recognize that one. Yeah.
Come on.
Nope.
Hey, I'm from Norway.
What about KRS-One? Boogie Down Productions.
I don't listen to. I'm a metalhead.
Yeah. See, this is why you're the perfect guy for the job. Okay, we're doing this.
Industrial. I like punk.
Hey, you know what? Anthrax did bring the noise, so it's no excuse. I'm not having it.
Hey, there's a band called Death Before Dishonor. That's got
some
rap in it.
Yep,
really?
They're good. They're really good.
Yeah.
Yep. So we're doing this. Everybody, I want to see in the chat right now, I want to see a vote. 1, if you want to see MC Toon on the Worst Rapper of the Year competition. And I want to see a 2, if no, he doesn't have to be there. And we are going to hold him to it. So let's see those votes, people.
Tommy, you don't get infinite votes.
See this? Look at this. Toon, you're trapped, buddy. That's it. It's over.
Dude, you're going to get arrested. It's not just going to be a copyright strike. They're going to come and take you down. It's a violation of the First Amendment.
Yeah, we'll do it on my channel.
Limits.
Who gives a rat's ass then? Yeah, no. We push the limits on mine every day.
All right.
Yeah, we got this. All right, there we go. Toon, you're in. Done.
I'll
Now Grøonvold is laughing, or Grøonvold, right? But he's laughing, but he's trapped too, isn't he? So let's see a 1 for Tommy in this competition too.
Look at that.
Who wants to see Tommy in? 1 for Tommy in, 2 for Tommy out. Let's go.
Or if you want, you can just put some high IQ tabs in there for him as well.
Revenge is
Tommy, all those ones just bit you in the MC Toon butt. All right, you're both in. That's it. We'll be planning this week. I'll get in touch.
Did you see the? I do have Hammer Pants, MC Hammer Pants in the in my custom emojis there.
I'll zipper up a Tupperware jacket and do the moonwalk if I have to.
I've also got, here we go. We've got Carlton doing his dance.
Oh, I love the Carlton. It's not unusual to be loved by someone.
Oh,
that's Tom Jones, right? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So, all right, we got it. We got to wrap it up here. This is
good night, everybody.
This is for you, 33. Oh, thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you next week. All right, bye.
Bye.
Catch you on the flip side.